content of this webinar, we have actually collected more than 900 projects in Finland, and we started in early 90s, and now many times we have met problems with data quality, and that's why that is our topic today. So we start with definitions and concepts of benchmarking, and you will see that there are a lot of things happening internationally. Then what are available benchmarking databases, a few examples of those, then data quality viewpoints and definitions about data quality, things like internal data quality and data quality in use. Then what kind of data quality assurance concept we are applying in Finland, some future views, and then finally conclusions. And as you see on this slide, FISMA, Finnish Software Measurement Association, has published the data quality assurance concept in 2005. Benchmarking is probably even in US, but at least in Finland and in many European countries, a strange word. It sounds odd, it sounds very expensive, and for most of the companies it sounds too scientific. But we have found out that it's simply a comparative study, and the typical benchmarking process includes 4 phases. First, you have to collect some data. Then you have to do grouping and analyzing that data. Next step is to make conclusions or decisions based on the results, and then execute the improvement activities. I have 2 very simple, maybe 2 simple examples. But we can see that if there is one customer organization who has a portfolio of 15 applications, and they are completely or partially tailored for that organization, and they are collecting data about reported errors by application. I have seen this happening in many organizations, that they are collecting data of defect data or error data. The CIO of the customer organizations wants to compare the number of errors in each application, and then notices that the error density in application G is much higher than on any other. So the CIO decides that they have to allocate 1 additional resource to application G help desk, because there are a lot of calls, help desk calls for that application. And then the production team will be stronger and serve better. So that is one example, including all 4 phases of benchmarking. Another simplistic story from the supplier point of view. Supplier company is providing software to several customers, and they have about 20 incremental releases every year. They are collecting actual working hours as most of the supplier organizations do. And they collect working hours by each project, mainly because they have to invoice based on that data collection, but also to understand what is productive and what is not. And they collect breakdown of hours by phase. So what is the requirement specification hours, what are the design, what are the build and system test, and finally prepare to install. The quality manager of that supplier company analyzes the data and summarizes the results, and they notice that the customer X projects need almost twice as many hours on testing than any other customer's projects. And then they make a decision. They understand that this certain customer is difficult to co-work, or there are some other reasons. So they decide to raise the customer X's price for future projects by 15%. So with this little information, they make conclusion and also change something in the process. And the story doesn't tell what happened then. So those were two simple things, and we know that many organizations are collecting defect data, many organizations are collecting effort data, many organizations are collecting both. And we know that all kinds of decisions are also made based on benchmarking data. We made a small questionnaire among FISMA member organizations last year, and what kind of decisions they have made where some of them have bought or sold business or business units. They also have outsourced their business to other countries or also to other companies. And then they have improved business processes. This is probably one of the most common reasons to do benchmarking. Some of the companies have hired new people or fired personnel based on benchmarking results. Companies have also acquired new tools for developers because they have seen that some other tools are better than their current tools. Many companies have organized training for their staff based on the benchmarking results. And some of the organizations, or sometimes they have been happy with the results and they have decided to do nothing. That's also one alternative. So all kinds of decisions can be made based on benchmarking data. A couple of slides about benchmarking questions. Organizations may ask that, are we productive? Or are we somehow special? Are we doing things differently than anyone else? Are we strange? Typical question is that what should we improve?